Good morning, Facebook. Turn my volume up. No, I wanted to come to you, make this quick video, because a lot of my videos now are more about discussions that I have with different people concerning different topics, right? At any given point in time, right? So these are, excuse my hair, I'm by poolside, so it's a little change. It's a little humid out here, right? And just a side joke real quick, I'm in Louisiana, and one of the residents in Louisiana, a guy that I was speaking with, wanted me to say y'all. You know, I'm from Mississippi, right? And I didn't get it. I thought I said you all or whatever, but I was asking him a question, and he just wanted to hear me say y'all. And I was like, y'all. And he was like, see, you dragged that out. And I was like, well, say yes or say yeah, you know. I said, you all dragged that out. You say yeah. Why do you we just say yeah. Or we say yes. Thank you for the digital love. Thank you so much for the digital love. But on to my topic, right? Hello. Is that Amanda? I have somebody in the background talking. I try to get her out. And so, hey, let's go right into the video. Myths, or the topic of the video, myths that we have in the Black and brown community, often shared about credit and cash flow. So again, I was having these conversations with two people, and the very first, one of the things that one person brought out to me is the identity theft, right? The identity theft, meaning that at early ages, sometimes parents put bills or utilities in their children's name, right? The younger kids. And so in doing so, they don't understand that their child at 21 or 22 is a victim of identity theft. And I tell people when they become adults, right, because it's the burden of the bill collector or whatever company that you put your child's name, the bills in or utilities in, it's their burden to prove the identity of that person. And so it's not the burden of the parent or the adult that's putting that information in that child's name. So if the company, good morning, Lori. I woke up thinking about you this morning. You know, I before you tuned in, I was just telling the story of how the guy from Louisiana wanted me to say y'all, you know. And I told him, I said, well, you say yeah. I said, you all drag that out in Louisiana. We just say yeah, you know, or yeah, you know. But and I tell people that when doing that, you know, I hope, first of all, we need to reverse that. We need to know how to put our child on good credit lines, right? Instead of setting them up at an early age to build bad credit, right? So we need to put our child in good credit lines and make them authorized users. If you have good credit lines, make them authorized users. Let me sit on here so I can stop getting this lady in the camera. Make them authorized users. So if you have good credit line, then you're establishing them with a good credit history. And we're not doing the reverse, right? So those are some things we want to do. But if you do, and if your child, good morning, Clay, if your child is a victim of identity theft because you've made that choice or decision or mistake, when your child gets older and become an adult, I tell them that this situation really works in their advantage because it's the burden of the bill collector or whatever, the light bill company, water bill, whatever, to prove that identity, and they did not do that. And so if you are a victim of identity theft and that happened to you, it's really an easier method and process to build or take negative items off your credit report as an adult, right? Because identity theft and all of that when it comes to dealing with the credit bureaus is a much easier process, and to get derogatory items or other things that might appear in your credit report. The other thing that someone told me in conversation was that their parents told them, stay away from credit cards. Don't get those credit cards. Stay away. And because of that, I think we have a mindset that we don't want to get credit card, or we don't get a good credit education foundation, right? And so when we do get loans or credit cards, or we do get into debt, we mismanage that because we just haven't been told how to use it in a healthy way, right? And so some parents in the Black and brown or African American community tell their kids, "Oh, stay away from credit card. You don't want to get a credit card." No, I tell my daughter just the opposite, because to be honest with you, it was a credit card from Discover that I had when I was 19. Well, no, I was like 21. I was looking for a job out of college. Thank you so much for the digital love, right? I was looking for a job out of college. I had my degrees in education, and I didn't have a job. My husband and I, at the time, were newly married. Within the first year of our marriage, I took a $5,000 Discover card, purchased a home, a fixer-upper, right? Purchased that home on the market, $5,000. It was actually my ex-principal's house in my hometown in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Wrote a cashier's check, purchased that home, and we grossed about $35,000, I think, capital gains off that house. We put it on the market and it sold. And then I got a job in education, and now at my age now, I just turned 40, celebrate my birthday Wednesday. I'm rebuilding, redoing that mindset all over again. So teach your kids credit education. That's why I get so excited that I have two 22-year-old males that I'm teaching, African-American males, one in Miami and one in Houston, Texas, that I'm teaching these educational principles to, so they can get a head start on life and get an advantage in life, right? And so I tell people my life is transitioning. When people pay me, for what, I have to, it's my namesake. And when people are paying me for their services, just quite frankly, I'm doing what I have to do to fix their credit at the maximum capacity that I can, because you are paying me for this, and I don't take that lightly, or I don't take your goals or your dreams lightly, right? When you look at someone's credit report, quite frankly, you're looking at not only the management or their decision making about financial decisions in their life, but sometimes looking at a credit report is showing you a time period that something happened in someone's life that was tragic or devastating, right? A loss of a family member, a divorce, and that's just how I view credit, right? And so I'm going to go live probably in about another hour, and I'm going to show you how to fix your financial flow, your flow of your finances, and how to fix, and I always talk about credit education. But a lot of people, well, I might as well say it now, a lot of people don't understand how to fix the flow of their finances, right? At the end of the month, they don't have enough money. And what I mean by that is a simple strategy of just knowing how to, your biggest expense is your taxes that come out of your paycheck, right? And so that's a third of your expense if you don't understand how to categorize that correctly. Or you can have some more expenses that you can shift. That's why I call it income. That's why we call it income shifting. You can shift those expenses to other categories in your life, and things that you were paying too much for in taxes. Now, once you shift them in other categories, once you shift yourself from being just an employee and you shift to being now an employee and an entrepreneur, you save thousands and thousands of dollars, because the government gives tax write-offs or tax benefits, for people that do that. So, yeah, and that's how you do your income or your flow of your finances. So, I teach more about that. You can visit my website, fixmycreditandcash.com. It explains my credit repair services as well as that video about how to turn taxes into income. Watch that video, and it also explains the income shifting strategies that you can be a part of as well. So hey, I'm signing off. Happy Monday. Good morning, Miss Clark. Good morning. Thanks everybody for joining in. If this helped you in any type of way, make sure you hit the like button, right? Hit like and hit share on your timeline. And you all have a great Sunday morning. I'm signing off. Miss Coach Deloach.